Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Taurus March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing off is, as far as March goes, the sun will be in Pisces from the 1st until the 20th, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this point in time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on friends, acquaintances, goals, aspirations, one's future, stepchildren even, if applicable, and also perhaps social networking, social media, perhaps. So this could be, and perhaps even humanitarian endeavors. Now, given that this is Pisces energy, this could be done with a lot of compassion, a lot of this, a lot of altruism, perhaps a lot of self-sacrificing energy. It could all be perhaps especially with matters with friends and acquaintances, group activities. And also this could be to where this could really, some cases could really shine the light, so to speak, on maybe a deceptive or duplicitous or even a rather nebulous or unclear friend at this point in time, or acquaintance. Now, this could be something to, looking at this, again, this could be done with a lot of, given that this is Pisces energy, some of this might be, again, some focus and on deception and duplicity, perhaps in 11th house matters, but there could also be a lot of idealism and a lot of imaginative energy in matters connected with the 11th house at this time. So anyway, next thing up, as far as March goes, the sun will be in Aries from the 20th until the 31st. So the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on one's limitations, restrictions, hidden adversaries, the less fortunate, such as the homeless, the oppressed, the hungry, and the impoverished, a self-undoing, solitude, and seclusion. And in some cases, this could be, in some cases, it could be mental illness, in some cases, or even hospitalization. Now, given that this is Aries energy, a lot of this could be done with a lot of aggressive and assertive energy, a lot of forceful energy, a lot of initiative and enterprise, but also perhaps with a lot of courage as well and fortitude. And given, again, and Aries energy could also be very impulsive and impetuous and impatient. So at this time, just make sure when you're focusing on your limitations and restrictions, don't become overly impatient. And if something is going to so there might be some limitations or restrictions that might take longer than a lot. And really, in being a Taurus, it's like you have to, generally it's better to try to go a little bit more methodical on this. As many of you may know, I have Taurus rising, so I'm going to be getting this, this transit's going to be hitting me. So at some point. And anyway, in some cases, though, this could shine the light, in some cases, on an Aries like mental illness. Now, this could be rather isolated, but it could be shining the light, on in some isolated cases, on like an intermittent explosive disorder or what have you, something that could be, that has a lot of acrimonious energy, perhaps, or like a borderline personality disorder. But a lot of this has to do, a lot of cases, I would say you'd have to have some progressions that might reaffirm this, or even especially if this, let's say if this is making an adverse aspect to, say, your Mercury, your natal Mercury 3rd house cusp, or you're getting something at the same time, say you're getting like transiting Mars, making an adverse aspect to your natal Mercury or your 3rd house cusp. There's usually got to be something else accompanying this, I would think. So anyway, and also in some cases it could be some kind of eye issue or limitation. Given that this is Aries energy, it could be something like a burning sensation. It could be the left or the right eye, depending on gender. Anyway, next thing up is There will be a new moon in Pisces on March 6th, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this point in time, this could be about perhaps just simply, it could be a new Pisces friend, it could be a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply someone that embodies Pisces-like characteristics, or even an acquaintance. In some cases, it could be a new Pisces stepchild as well. Some other cases, this could be the start where you may embark on a Pisces-like goal or aspiration. It could be something connected with the metaphysical, which could include astrology, spirituality, something with chemistry, photography, poetry, dancing, something associated with water, perhaps doing some work as a profession with the feet. Maybe something where you might work as some kind of drug or addiction counselor. Another possibility, too, how this may manifest is that this could be the start of injecting a lot of compassion and empathy into humanitarian endeavors and really things of a selfless nature, helping. It could be even doing things, really showing those more that compassion, empathy, empathetic energy toward friends, toward acquaintances, and really about being maybe starting to be more idealistic regarding your future as well, and your goals and your aspirations at this time. It could be somebody new you might meet through social media or social networking. That could be a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply one that embodies Pisces-like characteristics. So, or maybe even somebody you may meet that could be a Pisces in a group, club, or organization at this point in time. And also showing a lot of self-sacrifice might be a starting point where you begin to show a lot more self-sacrificing energy in connection with 11th house matters. Anyway, next thing up. There will be a full moon in Libra on March 20th, so the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, well, you might become somewhat tired, exasperated, full, so to speak, maybe of some unfair treatment in your daily routine. It could be at your place of employment. Perhaps in some cases, this could be a Libra-like employment might be coming to a culmination or completion. It could be something connected with the law, or working as a diplomat, maybe in some cases, or something of an artistic nature. It could be something with sculpting or painting or drawing, something that maybe working as an arbitrator, or something with negotiation, anything that could be Libra related. Now, when you're talking about full moon in astrology, it could also be about a revelation or unveiling of something. It could be a revelation or unveiling of some Libra-like issues, such as something with the lower back, something that could be Libra related. And anyway, it's something too where when you look at this now, I mean, the 6th house is the house that I would say connected with worry, because the 6th house corresponds with Virgo. Now, it could be a time where maybe some kind of relationship worry might come to an end, or some completion or culmination at this point in time, or maybe a legal case in some cases might reach an end with somebody 6th house related. It could be an aunt or an uncle, someone prominent in your daily routine. It could be someone at your place of employment. Perhaps something, maybe it could be a person that you were rendering service to. It could be too, looking at this, that this could be where in some cases where a reconciliation might finally be reached with the 6th house person. It could be somebody that might be prominent in your health life. It could be someone that maybe you worked out with, for example, or could be somebody, could be someone in your place of employment, or maybe prominent in your daily routine, or an aunt or an uncle perhaps. And also maybe a balanced exercise program in some cases might come to an end or completion at this point in time. So anyway, next thing up, Mercury will be in Pisces, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. It will be retrograde from like the 6th until the 29th, so it will be retrograde for the majority of the month. Now, anyway, One way this could manifest, this could be about having some ambiguous and cryptic or rather unclear communications, perhaps with friends, acquaintances, people you may know at a group, club, or organization, or maybe even a stepchild if applicable. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. It could also be, sadly, in some cases, this could be about deceptive and duplicitous communications among these people. It could also be where, as I've talked about previously, that Mercury can also, it's not just about communications, it could be about other things as well. It could be about siblings as well. Now, this could be a time where Pisces siblings, they could be Pisces Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Pisces-like characteristics might figure prominently in your future at this time, and maybe even with matters with your friends, your goals, and your aspirations as well. And also, this could be a time where you could be thinking, doing a lot of, since it's going to be retrograde the majority of the month, this could be for a strong period of this month. You might be doing some reviewing over whether you've been idealistic or unrealistic regarding your future, regarding your goals, your aspirations, things that you feel you can attain at some point in time. And anyway, and really, this is too where you're looking at this. It's really when you're talking about Mercury and Pisces energy again, the thinking again could be rather rather idealistic, sometimes unrealistic. And the thing about it is, it's just important to be careful that this time, that a lot of times when you have Mercury and Pisces in transit, it's a time where one can have the propensity to gloss over details. So just make sure you're seeing people for who they are at this point in time. Especially, let's say if this is making an adverse aspect to your Neptune, for example, or I should say, or what I should really say is, let's say you have transit Neptune making perhaps an adverse aspect to your natal Mercury. It could be a time where you're not really seeing things as clearly as you'd want, or say if transit Neptune is making an adverse aspect to your Venus. This could be a time where you might be more susceptible to being beguiled or deceived in your relationships. So it's important, to look at those aspects as well. Anyway, next thing up. Venus will be in Aquarius as far as March goes, from the 1st until the 26th, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, if you're unattached at this time, Taurus, you may connect with an Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, perhaps with it could be somebody that may be prominent in your career, or may play a role perhaps in even helping you attain success, or somebody that it may be somebody that might be able to help you in terms of maybe again someone from your career, or could be an authority figure perhaps in some cases. This could be a person too. Now looking at this, another way this may manifest, it could be where you might be making perhaps money doing something Aquarius like that. Could be, of course, career related, and of course really help you in terms of your stature in life. And it could be something where you're making money in innovation in some cases, something that involves ingenuity, new ideas, new concepts. It could be something with astrology, aerospace, astronomy, computers, electronics. And also, too, this is about where you may be valuing your future as far as being successful, valuing future success, and really being progressive in terms of your stature in life and moving up. It could be about also that you might be spending money on your future, because it can, of course, improve your standing, your stature in life as well. So those are some things to look at as far as this goes. And also too, it could be about selfless spending in matters with the dominant parent, which is often the father. It could be maybe an authority figure. You may be close with someone that's prominent in your career and works where you are at. So anyway, Well, last but not least, Venus will be in Pisces as far as March goes from the 26th until the 31st. So the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be about the love and enjoyment of Pisces-like things with friends, with acquaintances. It could be things connected with the metaphysical, which include astrology, spirituality, poetry, dancing, perhaps photography, chemistry, anything that could be that could play maybe fantasy games. It could be anything that could be Pisces related. Also, too, if you're unattached at this time, Taurus, you may connect with a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply one that embodies Pisces-like characteristics. Could be in some group, club, or organization. Could be somebody that maybe a friend introduces you to, or even maybe a situation with a friend that might escalate into a love relationship. Also, this may manifest in valuing altruistic and compassionate energy in things of a humanitarian nature, and also valuing self-sacrifice in terms of your money at this time, as far as spending on money on friends, perhaps on acquaintances, and really another way this may, when I look at this too, this could be something too where you're really you have to look at this, and really when you're talking about Venus and Pisces, this could also be about sometimes being beguiled, I would say, deceived monetarily. So just make sure that you're not spending money on some kind of phony medium or prophet or whatever, and or some phony psychic and trying to get money out of you, saying that you're going to, this is going to be your future, and it's just really done just to get money out of you. So you really have to be careful at this time, whenever Venus and Pisces can be very deceptive and duplicitous energy. In terms of things of a monetary nature, it's a little bit easier, I would say, to be beguiled as far as things of a monetary nature goes. And a lot of this, of course, could be predicated independent on aspects that are made. I mean, if you're getting, say if this is making, say if you're getting, for example, I mean, you're having transit Neptune hitting your natal Venus. Even I would think if Venus and Pisces is transit Venus and Pisces making an adverse aspect, say to your natal Neptune, I mean, you could have similar, you could have the same kind of type result, perhaps. I mean, this is something where, I mean, where you really could be more deceived easier on a monetary level. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Taurus March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Taurus March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.